Fractional resourcing is accessing the same set of skills that you would do by taking on a full-time person, but doing it in a way that balances the needs of their time across the project or engagement that you need them to be delivering against. So rather than having somebody sat full-time consuming 5 days a week, 7.5 hours a day, if all the project or your engagement demands is 2 hours a week or 2 hours per day or a couple of hours a month, that can lend itself very much to fractional resourcing. And that is what I'd like to talk to you about today. We can't see the future, but if we could, what would we do? Would we hire more people, knowing that the consumed risk is not going to be there, with a guaranteed pipeline of work and having people not sat on the bench or idle, but actively out billing to customers? And that's a nirvana, isn't it? And I wish we could all see that. I wish we could all see into the future in that way. But the reality is we can't. And the reality is you're met with the utilisation demands still of a team that need to be busied, but limited in the forecasting capability you have for the sales pipeline. So the speed of movement and access to resource becomes a real challenge. So how do we get around this? How do we balance the needs of our customers' desires to start quickly and have things now, whilst maintaining the needs of building a team and a culture and a set of skills that is in-house and that capability can be nurtured and matured? Well, we think we'll go to the market, we'll go and find a contractor for the time that we need them. But unless a contractor's willing to do a couple of days a week or a day a week, unless they're able to operate that way, then you're going to be limited in terms of trying to find that individual, because for the most part contractors want a full-time commitment or a full-time gig. Unless they're already doing a fractional resource model themselves, you'll tend to find that most people are going to be looking for 5 days a week. Most recruitment agencies don't really have a setup to account for this or allow for this way of working. They don't have a means to capture timesheets, they don't have a means to granularly record time in a way that the customer has transparency over what's being delivered. It's not easy for them. Speculo's set up to manage and operate portfolio management type work in this way, and therefore fractional resource is something that we do every day. So at Speculo, what we've tried to do is to give the customer the experience of accessing the resource as and when they need it, the consistency of resource to maintain that view out to their customer and their internal teams, the consistency of experience and engagement model, but also the ability to manage the what-if scenarios if somebody becomes unavailable personally at short notice. So, to summarise my little rambling this morning about fractional resource, it's great if you have short timescales and zero capacity in the team. Fractional resourcing can really help you. It's great if you need a small amount of consultant skill over a protracted period of time. It's great there too. It's also great as a means to provide quality control to your own delivery by having some of that delivery managed externally under a fractional model. So there's some clear benefits to working in this way, and we've been very successful in working with our customers over the last few years in this way and helping them deliver some of their most complicated projects, but maintaining an eye and focus on budget, which not many do.